Hi everybody. I wanted to talk a little bit tonight about how I started keto. Um, I am keeping it simple keto with Barb. I've been on the keto train for 3 years. Here in April will be 3 years since I had my stroke, and that's kind of what pushed me over the edge to get busy and lose weight. I did start low carb in February 2017, and uh, actually maintained low carb. I started out with Atkins and did that for 9 months. Lost, I'm not sure, about 60 pounds or so. And then since then, found out about keto, and I've lost another about 60 pounds. Um, Still have about 40. I'm going to say 40 at this point is where I want to be. I don't know where I want to be. I will stop when my body is comfortable and I'm comfortable. But I just want to go over some things. You'll see me looking down at some notes because I have a bad memory. But this is how I started out on my weight loss journey. And I wanted to share it with you to give you some tips, perhaps help you out a little bit. Week 1 and 2, I think are the most vital. That's when you really get your body into ketosis and get everything working towards losing weight. The first 2 weeks I did 10 carbs or less, and then after that I raised carbs slowly. I found that if I do 20 carbs, net carbs a day or less, I can lose weight, but not as quickly as if I have fewer carbs. So I like to stay well under 20 carbs, but there are days that I do 20 carbs, net carbs. So first thing you want to do is find a carb manager, or you can do this by hand. I wouldn't recommend it. I would say put something on your phone, because what we're going to do that first 2 weeks is we're not going to just play around with this. If you're serious, then do it. Put the app on the phone. It's free. It's Carb Manager. It can count your carbs for you. I don't want you to worry about calories, but I do want you to make sure that you're getting enough fat. Now, that's one of the things that I wish I would have known, was to make sure that my fats were high enough. And I didn't, but still, what I did worked for me and started me on this journey until I found out all the other good things. Drink lots of water. Eat until you're full. Don't worry about the calories. You don't care about calories that first 2 weeks or even longer. I mean, if you're losing weight, don't worry about counting calories. Do the dirty, lazy keto. I'm definitely dirty, lazy keto. But use a carb tracker of some sort. Keep track of those carbs, because you'll think, oh, I had a celery and so that was one. But if you don't measure it or weigh it, and that's another thing. I have a food scale. Never thought I'd have a food scale. I do have a food scale and I use it. That will help keep you on track. You want to get lots of healthy fats. Those healthy fats are butter, bacon grease, coconut oil, olive oil. Avocado. I said avocado. Stay away from soybean oil and vegetable oils, sunflower oils, all those. Stay away from those. I wish I would have known that too, because soybean oil is an inflammatory. Another thing you want to do is keep your electrolytes up to prevent the keto flu. A lot of people use Zip Fizz, Soleil water. I'll put how to make Soleil water. It's pink Himalayan salt and water, and you put it in a container, shake it really good, let it set for 24 hours, and then you just take off the top of that, like a teaspoon or two, and put it into a glass of water. I never been a big fan of that. I don't like the taste of it, so I've not done that. I don't use it, but a lot of people need it. Your electrolytes get low. I've been lucky. I didn't get keto flu. A lot of people get keto flu. I didn't, and I'm just a lucky one. There's also Powerade Zero that some people use. If you need it, do it, or if you're afraid of the keto flu, just start, using that. Zip Fizz, I think, has caffeine in it. I've never had one. Ultima has a really good electrolyte. I do like those. They have a nice flavor. So I have used those. So the first 2 weeks, 10 carbs or less, drink lots of water, keep your electrolytes up, and eat. Eat. And the more fat you get in your diet, the quicker that your appetite will subside. First day, as long as you're eating, you're not going to get hungry. Second day, sometimes you just get a little angry, and I don't know what that's all about, but it happens to me anytime I go off keto and then I come back and hit it strong. I have that day of keto anger, and I don't know what that is all about. And then the third day, you start to feel pretty good, as long as your electrolytes are up. If you don't have your electrolytes up, you can get heart palpitations, so you don't want to do that. You want to keep those, and if you feel that flutter in your chest, get those electrolytes up. That's really, really important, and you'll just feel better. By the fourth day, your cravings should be gone for the sugar, or was for me anyway. Fourth, fifth day, you should be cravings will be done, and then after that, your appetite starts going down. Some people say, if you don't do enough veggies that you are hungrier, if you're more like a carnivore kind of thing. I don't find that, as long as I get my fats in. I have to have more fat than protein. If I have more protein than fat, I get hungry. Keto to me is high fat, moderate protein, and low carb. So, that's what it is. Dr. Ken Berry, he's a really good place to go and check out what's going on there. He has some great videos, Keto 101. I have directed a lot of my friends over to that. Another thing is Redmond salt or pink Himalayan salt. Redmond salt is really good. I didn't know there was differences in salts, but there is. And the Redmond salt is really, really good. A lot of people like to get Redmond salt, sells like a salt block. And when you feel like you're hungry, you can suck on it, and that will help keep your electrolytes up too. I take 5 99 milligram potassiums daily. I have for a long, long time to prevent leg cramps. And so I don't know if that's the reason that, I didn't get the keto flu or not, but I do that. Also magnesium. I don't take magnesium. Some people need to take magnesium. All my blood tests have come back. My magnesium is fine. And if I take magnesium, I have issues with running to the bathroom. So magnesium, if you have too much magnesium in your system, it will come out. And that's never fun. So don't do that. First 2 weeks, or even on keto in general, it's okay to eat hot dogs or processed meats. It's probably not the best, but I did it. And if you're doing it for weight loss, and if it's something that you feel, you need to reach in there and grab a hot dog, do it. Just count the carbs, because hot dogs have carbs. Or processed meats, lunch meats, count the carbs. But if that's something that is easier for you and will help you get through this, then do it. Don't feel like you have to do organic. Organic is always better. Grass-fed is always better. If you can afford it, that's great. But most of us, this is just real life keto, and most of us don't have, the money to do that. So, I don't know. I don't. So, that's your start. 10 carbs or less. Raise your carbs slowly after the first 2 weeks. And, I weigh every day if you want to, and that will tell you how you're doing with the carbs. If you like the way that you're losing with 10 carbs or less, then stay at 10 carbs or less. If you don't mind losing a little bit slower, raise those carbs up until you see, that your weight loss slows down, but you're still losing weight. Lose at your weight. This is your journey. This is nobody else's journey. So you lose at your rate that you want to lose. If you want to do the 10 carbs and lose quicker, you can do that. And a lot of people do. And I did at the beginning. And then, now it's like, this is my life. I'm feeling pretty comfortable with my body. I still need to lose that 40, 50 pounds, but I am able to do things in life that I wasn't before. So I'm okay with me the way I am. But I do want to lose, more weight, and that's why I'm staying on this journey. And it's going to be better for my heart and all that. So a few things that I wish I would have known. I wish I would have known about collagen and MCT oil. I use keto, preferred keto. It's KEYTO collagen. I love the chocolate. Vanilla I didn't care for that much. And then they do have the no flavor that you can use. Keto Ginger, and I'll put a link to her in my description below. Keto Ginger does have a discount code for the preferred keto. I just buy mine on Amazon, have automatic shipment every month, and it's less than $30. And to me, the collagen has been a bit of a game changer because my hair was getting super thin. I have lots of hair, but thin hair always, but I was feeling as if there was an issue. My nails were all breaking off. My skin was feeling, I don't know, saggy, and I just feel better with it. I'm sorry, you guys. Use the scale as a guide or a tool. Weigh every day if you want to. If you don't want to, don't. If you're one of those instant gratification things and you think it's going to trigger you, don't do it. Keto treats. Don't do keto treats the first 2 weeks. Don't go do all these recipes. Don't. Keep it simple. Keep it simple, people. The first 2 weeks, keep it simple. Don't try to bring more into it than you need. Don't go out and buy the almond flour, the coconut flour. And, if you want to, go ahead. But keep it, do a chaffle. That's that's an egg and some cheese. Or some pork rinds in there. I've found that I really, really like the chaffles with the pork rinds. Makes a nice bread. But don't do the keto treats because you want to add those slowly and keep an eye either on your glucose or on the scale as to which ones can affect you. Because a lot of people can do the slim fast keto treats, some people can't. The aspartame affects some people it doesn't. Sucralose, some people can do, some people can't. So you need to add those slowly so that you can see what will stall you on your weight loss or stop your weight loss. Add those slowly. Go as long as you can without them. Russell Stover's has stevia now, but also it has mannitol. Now, mannitol doesn't seem to bother me. It will bother some. Sucralose bothers some it doesn't. But stay away from, try to stay away from mannitol, sucralose, and maltodextrin. Watch their packages. I had a huge letdown last night because I was eating pork rinds that I picked up at a gas station when I was vacationing, when I was on my trip to Kentucky, and they were plain. They were not seasoned in any manner, but when I took a bite, I thought, this tastes really sweet, and I looked on the back, and I'll show you guys the back. It had brown sugar and maltodextrin, and all it was plain pork rinds, no flavoring. Yeah, that's why they taste good. So today I weighed in the same as I did yesterday, and I've been losing 2 pounds a day, and I think that it might have been either the maltodextrin or the brown sugar, and I did feel hungry after that. Some people say they can tell when they're in ketosis and when they're not. You will, because when you feel good, you're in ketosis. And sometimes when you're not, you don't feel so good. And other people, it takes, just the scale that will help you. If you're afraid of the scale, don't use it. If you're not afraid of the scale, use it. I've had times when I've given it to my husband and told him to hide it from me. And then other times I use it every day, sometimes 2 or 3 times a day, because I wanted to see what my weight does in a day. And that's kind of interesting. If it doesn't bother you, that's an interesting thing to do, is to weigh like every few hours and see what your weight does. After you take a shower, you'll gain a pound. I didn't believe it till I did it, but I weighed, I took a shower, got on the scale, and I gained a pound. You'd hold the water, I guess. And then peanut butter is another thing I wanted to talk about. I can't do peanut butter. Some people can do peanut butter. I found out when I was trying to do a mug cake and I put peanut butter in it, and I hadn't been doing peanut butter in a while, and I was losing weight and doing okay. And I made that mug cake, and then the next day I went up like 1.5 pounds, and I thought, well, why did I do that? And then I thought, let's try. So then I waited a few days, lost that pound, and then I took celery and put peanut butter on it, and same thing happened. So I can't do peanut butter. Do your own experiments, but keep it as simple as you can at the beginning, and you'll see. You need to see results. If you don't see results, you're not going to stay on it, and that's why a lot of people. Well, not some people I've heard are like, oh, just reduce your reduce your carbs slowly. Why? You're not going to lose weight, and you're just going to get frustrated. Cut those carbs. Get rid of those cravings right away. That's what I think anyway. I'm not one of those. I don't want to be on something for a month and not see any results. I'll stop because obviously it's not working. Cut the carbs right away. Most people say to do the 20 carbs right from the beginning. I still believe in the Atkins thing, where it's 10 carbs at the beginning, and I think you see a big difference by doing that. So that's how I started on keto, or on my weight loss journey. 10 carbs or less for the first 2 weeks. Slowly raise them until you feel that you're where you want to be on your weight loss journey. Drink lots of water. Eat until you're full. Do not count those calories. Don't even worry about calories the first 2 weeks, or as long as you want. If you're losing weight, don't ever have to count them. Keto Ginger lost over 100 pounds and never counted calories. I don't think she still does. So do it your way. But use some sort of a carb manager or something, an app on your phone to count the carbs. Because using them, just keeping it in your head, do it. You'll be glad you did. Use good fats, butter, coconut oil, olive oil. Stay away from soybean and vegetable oils. Use avocados. Keep your electrolytes up to prevent the keto flu. Take potassium. Use Himalayan salt or Redmond salt, and just a few keto foods: celery, broccoli, cauliflower, asparagus, avocado. Just low carb veggies: spinach, kale, dark green leafy veggies. You go out to dinner. We go to the Texas Roadhouse a bit. I get either the roadkill, which is like a ground beef patty with, the mushrooms and cheese, and then I get a side salad, no croutons, and then I'll get the broccoli and ask for extra plain butter, and I'll put that on there to add, some more fat. Beef, chicken, eggs, turkey, any meat. You can eat pig, you can eat bison, you can eat elk, antelope, deer, rabbit, squirrel. If you're into that, you can do that. Add your fat. Some of those meats, like buffalo meat, venison, your game meats are going to have a lot less fat. So you're going to have to add some fat with that. Use good fats. And we talked about what good fats are. But other ways also are add sour cream, or cream cheese. Philadelphia cream cheese is the lowest carb cream cheese you see. Some of the others have some kind of dirty things in them. They're going to add sneaky carbs. Duke's mayonnaise is what I use. It's sugar free, but it does have soybean oil. But I don't use a lot of mayonnaise anymore. I did for a while, but I don't anymore. So yeah, there's just some veggies that are in, if you want to, if you're doing fast food, go to Wendy's, do a Baconator, and leave the bun off. Go to Hardee's and, get that. They got that double 2/3 pound bacon and cheese. Do it. Go to diners. Make sure, though, that when you're going to a diner, that they don't add anything to their eggs. Make sure there's just plain whole eggs. Some places put pancake batter. IHOP puts pancake batter in their omelets. Pick good things to go in your omelets. You know, you can do green peppers, red peppers. Onions are tricky for some people, so you can do that, but keep an eye on them. Some people, you know, onions have sugar, so that can trip you up. But these are some good tips. I think they're good tips for getting started on your ketogenic diet and your ketogenic lifestyle. But this is the way I did it. This is what worked for me, and I know it can work for you. Keto. It's the lifestyle that will save your life, and it did mine. So if you need me, email me. I am more than happy to help you with whatever I can. I've helped a lot of my friends, and I would love to help you too. All right, let's get on this journey together, and I'll see you guys next time.